Oh, and it's not over between Claudia Jordan and Damon Dash. He's now suing her and others, accusing them of RICO charges. And it's $100 million. The chairman of the month at Revolt TV, I'm being facetious, is claiming.
Here we go now.
Welcome back to the Kempire channel, your number one source for pop culture news and music, entertainment, reality TV, and so much more. As always, be sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell so you never miss out on breaking news when we go live or when we upload. So this has probably been the most that I've ever reported on Damon Dash ever. So buckle up, okay? We're getting this from our friends over at It's On Site on Instagram, and they write this in their caption in regards to this story. They said that Damon Dash is coming for everybody. He's hitting attorney Chris Brown, not the singer, an attorney, Claudia Jordan, Brian White, Josh Weber, and more with a $100 million RICO claim. In the letter, Dame says that he was cut out of his own film, The List/Dear Frank, accusing the group of fraud, budget lies, false testimony, and even bankruptcy interference. He claims that Claudia Jordan lied under oath after praising his directing and accuses Chris Brown, acting as an attorney, of running, quote, fraudulent litigation and messing with his ROC-a-fella equity. Also, you may recall in the video that Claudia posted on social media, she says, please bring up the video where I ever claimed that you are the best director that I ever worked with. She also said the director title that he was given was a vanity title because he wasn't the one actually doing the directing. He actually came into the film much later after she had already been working with the film, and they only did that so that Kanye West could be involved with the film. Dame says that the alleged scheme caused him to lose ownership of the film, suffer reputational damage, and get pushed into bankruptcy, and now he wants $100 million in damages. Dame also went, as you know, this week on The Breakfast Club and claimed that he was now the new chairman of Revolt TV. The CEO of Revolt TV came out and said the Vibe magazine article and the alleged quote from him were all completely fabricated. And Dame Dash is not the chairman now and not ever the chairman over at Revolt TV. They have had discussions with Damon about potentially licensing some of his films and things like that. That is it. That is coming from them. Be sure to check out the other video that we did on that if you want further clarification. And also hear what Claudia Jordan had to say when it comes to her experience of working with Damon Dash, claiming that he was a pervert. So let me just read to you what this letter is saying. And it says, subject, formal demand, $100 million civil RICO claim. I didn't know you could do a civil RICO claim. Is he making this up? Because he makes up a lot of stuff. So to Chris Brown, Esquire, and then he CCs everybody and their mama, including Claudia Jordan, Josh Weber, Brian White, Tony White, Larry Smith, Mike Munsters, Muddy Waters, E.W. Brooks, Muddy Waters Films, LLC, Corina Levine, and all other parties acting in concert. He says, Dear all, I'm placing you on formal notice of my intent to pursue claims under the Racketeering Influence and Corruption Organizations Act and related state law causes of action. Your coordinated actions, including fraud, perjury, theft of intellectual property, defamation, torturous interference, harassment, and financial manipulation, have caused me damages exceeding $100 million. Summary of wrongdoing. The film The List/Dear Frank, it was originally called The List, now it's called Dear Frank, I conceived, directed, financed, and produced the film. Despite my leadership and contributions, Tony White, Josh Weber, Brian White, Muddy Water Films, and others misappropriated it, removed my credits, and retitled it Dear Frank. I was never compensated for directing the movie at all. Budget fraud, Tony White and Mike Munsters. Tony White lied about the budget as a precondition to production. Mike Munsters admitted this. Although I offered to pay myself, Mike paid the editor, took delivery of the final cut, and used that leverage to cut me out. False testimony and benefit, Claudia Jordan. Claudia Jordan publicly praised my directing, appeared in edits, podcasts, then falsely testified under oath that I did not direct. She directly benefited, later starring in the E.W. Brooks film tied to Chris Brown, Esquire. 4. Fraudulent. Chris Brown, Esquire. Chris Brown represented E.W. Brooks, Monique Bunn, and Karina Levine in meritless defamatory lawsuits coordinated to damage me. Testimony shows Josh Weber solicited his services. Business misappropriation. He's accusing Larry Smith and G5 Grow. I partnered with Larry Smith in a G5 cannabis grow in Las Vegas, including developing the Pink Mink strain for Cameron. Larry continued the business without me and excluded my contributions. He also attempted to pay my son to appear on Cameron's show, sending him money as a part of another scheme. 6. Asset manipulation and bankruptcy interference. Chris Brown, Esquire. My ROC-a-fella Inc. equity was forced to auction knowing liens would consume proceeds. Chris Brown then contacted my bankruptcy lawyer, Brian, but never followed up and separately told my LA counsel I would not pay, causing the lawyer to withdraw, leading to a default. These actions forced me into bankruptcy. Damages. He says, I have suffered wrongful loss of ownership and revenue from the list/Dear Frank, a fraudulent $300,000 judgment, severe reputational harm from false allegations, theft of ventures, including the G5 Grow/Pink Mink strain, and bankruptcy damages tied to ROC-a-fella Inc. equity. Total damages, $100 million. Demand: within 14 days of this notice, you are required to cease and desist all defamatory, fraudulent, and harassing actions. He continues. 2. Issue retractions of false statements and testimony. Number 3, provide an accounting of all profits from my films, business ventures, and related enterprises. Remit payment of $100 million. Preserve all evidence, emails, texts, contracts, financials, call sheets, recordings, trial records, communications with attorneys. Failure to comply will result in the immediate filing of a civil RICO action in federal court, naming all of you, with additional parties added as revealed through discovery. All rights reserved. Govern yourselves accordingly. Sincerely, Damon Dash, the Dash Group.
Hell no.
I don't know how far this will go, but I don't know. It feels as if Damon Dash is crashing out on social media and crashing out in the public in regards to the interview that he recently did with The Breakfast Club. Claudia Jordan was in the comment section of this post from It's On Site with just the laughing face emojis. Because this was the last thing I expected that Damon Dash would do, but at the same time, I'm not completely surprised, especially because he seems to be standing 10 toes down on things that have already been proven as false. More in particular, specifically in regards to the whole I'm the chairman of Revolt TV. Where did that come from? No one asked for that. Only for the CEO to come out and say that is completely false. Because again, that's also damaging to the people that are working over there at Revolt. Like, we have a new chairman and we didn't know, and no one formally told us. They had to send out a team letter to let people know that, yeah, we respect him. Yes, there have been conversations about licensing some of his films and things like that. But other than that, he is not the chairman. He is not the chairman of the month. There is no option for him to purchase Revolt. So that already is a huge lie. And as I said to you before, I did a video talking about some of what Claudia Jordan alleges about her experience of working with Damon Dash. We're going to continue to follow this story because the crash out is continuing when it comes to Damon Dash. He's now claiming RICO claims against Claudia Jordan and others, and he's seeking $100 million. Guys, as always, I want to know your thoughts and opinions. Let's continue this conversation about the crash out in the comment section. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell so you never miss out on breaking news when we go live or when we upload. Thanks for watching.
Here we go now.